A very good morning from the Temple of Speed. This is the fourth round of the FIA Formula Regional European Championship for 2026. Well, the sun is shining as we approach the halfway mark of this fabulous series, the new era with the new car. You can see the teams, the cars, the drivers are arriving behind me in pit lane. It is the fourth round of the championship after we kicked off at the fabulous Red Bull Ring in Austria before going to Zandvoort in the Netherlands, where Sebastian Weldon took 2 victories, but Rashid Albaheri at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium just a couple of weeks ago, he took the series lead. This is the fourth of 8 rounds, as you can see the cars lining up in pit lane behind me. Yesterday we did have qualifying on a very hot circuit. That has been the talk of the weekend. Sweltering conditions, 37 degrees Celsius last evening, and we're expecting the same today. For race 1 this morning, the reverse grid race this afternoon, we qualify once again tomorrow morning, and then race 3, the final at the home of the Italian Grand Prix. Last night we did qualify 2 groups in qualifying, or 15 drivers in each group. It was Emanuele Olivieri who took pole position in Group 1, but overall outright pole position, Nakamura Berta, who took the first race victory of the year at the Red Bull Ring. Let's check out what happened last night in qualifying here at Monza.
Emanuele Olivieri, we come to the Temple of Speed and you take a pole position in qualifying 1. How was the lap?
Well, honestly, it was quite a good lap. I mean, the minimum in Monza will be quite not only qualified because, you know, with all the slipstream, it's quite hard to manage the lap. But honestly, the team did a good job top for the car positioning, and I was really put on the lap. The car was good. After I'm not a very good practice, but I had a big trust on the team to put in the car, and fine, we made it. It's good.
Were you able to get a slipstream, or was it a clean lap by yourself?
But honestly, if you're not in the tow, it's very hard to do this time, but honestly, everyone was in the tow, so honestly, for sure I had a good tow, but also the car that the team gave me did a really job.
Nakamura Berta, 1:45.376 pole position here at the home of the Italian Grand Prix. How was the lap?
Yeah, it was mega. We had good positioning, and the car was unreal. So big thanks to the team. It's I think Salim also finished P2 in the group, which sets us up for a nice 1 and 3. And you know, the team has been doing a mega job since the start of the year. We've always been really competitive in every quali session and in every race when things went right for us. So, you know, it's just nice to see them get ordered for these sort of things, and yeah, free practice we struggled a little bit, but we were confident going into quali, and I think I held up my side of the bargain. So yeah, big thanks to Prema, and just give it our best tomorrow.
Keen, let's go back to Spa-Francorchamps, the previous round of the championship. It was not the best round for you. This is a great way to fight back here at Monza.
Yeah, statistically speaking, it's probably my best track, surprisingly. Yeah, really enjoy driving around here. Don't really like the fact that the slipstream game, but other than that, it's just satisfying to get those heavy braking zones nicely gnarled. Always finishing off with 2 really fast corners. But talking about Spa, I think results-wise, it probably didn't look that great for us, but I think it was probably the most complete weekend we'd had at that point up to then. We just got a bit unlucky on Sunday with the yellow flag, but things like that happens. But I think we did a good job anyways. Yeah, we're just trying to do another good job this weekend.
The cars out on their formation lap. That was a fabulous qualifying session yesterday. Nakamura Berta, we go back to the first round at the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and car 51. Remember, the Japanese, English, Slovakian driver, he won at this circuit last year, the Italian F4 Championship, and the Prema Racing Team driver. He will park car 51 just to my left, to your right, in just a moment. A beautiful Saturday morning. It is the last day of springtime here in the Northern Hemisphere. Delighted to be joined down on the grid by Mr. Raffaele Gianmaria, who is representing the Automobile Club of Italy. Raffaele, a great day here at Monza. Excited for the fourth round of the championship, the FIA Formula Regional European Championship. It's been a great start to the new era with the new car.
Yeah, it was a fantastic start with this new car in this new project. We are really proud as AC Sport to work together with FIA to launch this new Formula Regional Championship that from this year it will be a full FIA championship, so a new car, many young drivers, most of them coming from our Formula 4 championship. So we are very happy, and I think that here in Monza we will see many fantastic races.
Raffaele, the championship started back in 2019. The first champion was the Dane Frederik Vesti, followed by Gianluca Petakov. We've had some great champions racing in the series, none other than Andrea Antonelli. We think of Freddie Slater, Raffaele Camara, do Brasil, who had his first test with Ferrari Formula One just a few days ago. It's been a great series thus far as we enter, the 8th year of the championship.
This is, I think, an ideal championship to grow up to. It's a fantastic and I think a very important step between the Formula 4 car and the FIA Formula 3. And in particular, this year that we are working together with FIA, I think that we have created a package which is really important for the experience of the driver. So also in the past, as you said, Kimi Antonelli, Slater, Camara, they did a fantastic job, a fantastic experience here. But I think that with this new car, with the 15-inch tires, I think there is a package that can give something more compared to the year to grow up and to arrive still more prepared to the Formula 3.
So many drivers, of course, we haven't even mentioned Leo Fornaroli, who was at this track, 4 days ago testing in Formula One. Also, Gabri Bortoleto, race winner. Let's speak about yourself for a moment. Of course, you are retired now, working with the Automobile Club of Italy. Former Italian GT champion, you raced the heights of International Formula 3000, and also briefly a Ferrari Formula One test driver.
Yeah, I did also test in 2014, but I think that it's better to speak about the drivers that you mentioned before. And to be honest, we risk to forget someone because the list is still longer and bigger. You spoke about Fornaroli, that he was the best rookie some years ago. I don't remember exactly, but the list is very long. And I think that in this group there will be another a big number of drivers that we will see very soon in Formula 3, in Formula 2, and why not in Formula 1?
Exactly, we've already seen with the likes of Gabri Bortoleto racing with Audi. You are being modest, you are a champion driver yourself. Would you like to get behind the wheel and at least test the new car?
Sorry?
Would you like to get behind the wheel and at least drive the new car?
Yeah, because I tell you a story. This is the first car of Tatus that I didn't develop, because I did the development of the Formula 4 first generation, second generation, the Formula Regional first generation, also second, and unfortunately I hadn't yet the opportunity to test this car. So I would like, and I asked Tatus to have this opportunity. Why not?
I'm sure we can arrange that. Mr. Raffaele Gianmaria, representing the Automobile Club of Italy together with the FIA. Thank you for joining us on the grid. Enjoy the race here this morning at Monza.
Thank you, enjoy. Bye-bye.
Grazie, Rafa. The cars are coming up onto the grid now. We can see Emanuele Olivieri will take a bit of a grid walk. This is the vacant grid one as we wait for Kin Nakamura to make his way up to pole position. He had a fabulous start to the championship at the Red Bull Ring. Of course, he won, as we mentioned in the opener, the Italian F4 Championship and the Euro E4 Championship at this circuit last year. I can promise you the conditions were not as we've got here today. The sun is shining. It is the last day of spring. It's the first day of summer tomorrow morning. Sweltering conditions as we look at car 51, the Williams F1 Academy junior driver, Kin Nakamura in car 51. On pole position, we'll just move in and have a quick look at the car. The London-born Slovakian-Japanese driver representing the Williams Driver Academy. And we go back to Emanuele Olivieri, the young Italian, car 73, who was fastest for RACE GP in his qualifying group yesterday. starts out of grid 2. Don't be surprised if he takes victory here in at least one of the 3 races here this weekend. We go to Salim Hernandez, El Colombiano, lining up on grid 3, was way down the order yesterday in qualifying. And then with his final flying lap, put car 88 on grid 3. His driver mentor, he is a protege of the 6-time Formula One race winner, the great Juan Pablo Montoya, who also won twice the Indianapolis 500. This is Salim in car 88. As we move along to Newman Chi, now wearing the colours of the Aston Martin Formula One Grand Prix team. The driver from the west of China starts at grid 4. We go back 12 months, the Italian F4 Championship, and Newman Chi took a brilliant victory in the F4 Series. Intelligent is this driver, had a good run at Spa. This is his best chance yet. He is a rookie to take an outright victory here this morning. Newman Chi for the Aston Martin Grand Prix team. MP Motorsport starting out of grid 4. We go back through the grid to look at the driver from Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Rashid Al Bahedi had a brilliant run at the previous round of the championship. He is the series leader by a single point, having taken the title lead as we go to the halfway point of the championship over Sebastian Weldon, representing the Yas Marina circuit in the magnificent United Arab Emirates. Rashid, the championship leader, starts out of grid 5. We go back to Sebastian. This is Weldon in car 98. Of course, a couple of weeks ago, we had the running, the 96th, I'll stand corrected, 94th running perhaps. Well, we had the running of the Indianapolis 500. We go back 15 years, 2011, J.R. Hildebrand, 1 lap, 1 corner from taking the checkered flag in the greatest spectacle in racing. 94th running, I'm being told. It was his father, the late great Dan Weldon, who swept around the outside of J.R. Hildebrand to take his second victory in the Indy 500. Sebastian was just a couple of years of age. He starts out of grid 6. He was the championship leader. He took 2 fantastic wins at Zandvoort on the outskirts of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Appropriately for the MP Motorsport team, Sebastian Weldon, with his mother just arriving from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean just last night to see her boy start out of grid 6. The first of the Rodin Motorsport cars just hiding under the umbrella. This is Reza Suwarathan as the cars are fired into life. Reza for the Rodin Motorsport team. And then the Van Amersfoort Racing Team drivers. We'll just have a quick look here. This is Rick Cassius, race engineer with Van Amersfoort. This is Dion Gowda, his driver. We go back to 2021, and he was the race engineer for Ollie Behrman when he won the Italian F4 Championship, and 2 years prior to that, Dennis Hauger in 2019. Rick with his driver, Dion Gowda. And then we go to the second of the Rodin Motorsport cars, Alex Ninovich from Sydney, Australia. No bias, but we're still reeling after our loss to the USA in the FIFA World Cup last night. Alex Ninovich, the Rodin Motorsport cars have been really quick so far in 2026. His teammate Reza is just ahead. It's a good view as we look down into turn 1. Chris McCarthy is going to take you through commentary as we get ready for the first of 3 races here this weekend. This is the Temple of Speed. This is the home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix. The first of 3 races here this weekend at Monza. Chris?
Ian Silvestrian, thank you very much. Great to hear from Ian down on the grid there. Lovely interview as well. And you can just see the atmosphere building on the circuit. Not just that, but the temperature as well. We'll be back down to Ian in pit lane throughout the race and towards the end of the formation lap as well to check in. You can see the podium in the background, arguably one of the most famous in motorsport, and we're building up to race 1, round 4 of the season of the Formula Regional European Championship, the FIA-supported FIA Formula Regional European Championship here at Monza. This is going to take us to the halfway point of the season and another round where we will have 3 races as well, just like we were scheduled to have last time out. Of course, the second race at Spa was cancelled due to the weather, but the second race is where we reverse the top 12 on the grid. For those of you Formula 3 fans, it's very similar to that, but they start as they qualify yesterday, and it's Keen Nakamura Berta with a 4th pole position who will lead us away from Italian Emanuele Olivieri, rookie leader in the standings. Salim Hanna, a great qualifying from him. He's going to be on row 2. He's been on the podium before this season. Can he get back there? Newman Chi next to him. Then comes our championship leader, Rashid Aldahiri. He's never stood on the podium here at Monza before. Sebastian Weldon, just 1 point behind in the standings. Reza Sirworthen is then in 7th place. Dion Gauda in 8th. Much better turn of form for him. Alex Ninovic and Maximilian Popov complete the top 10. This will be your front row for the second race later. Alex Apkazavar, who was on the podium back at Spa, and French driver Andrea Dupé, second time in the top 12 for him. Francisco Macedo is going to be on row 7. Yuki Sano has been one of the best in terms of making places. Watch for him from 14th. Kabir Anurag, Thomas Stolchimanis next, the Alpine junior Kabir. Thomas Stolchimanis, who made his debut here last year in this series. Matteo Giacardi, PB for him in quali. Rino Franco in danger of being left behind in terms of the championship fight. Needs to move forward. Marcus Sarta and Jules Roussel will be on row 10. Of course, we do go qualifying again tomorrow morning to set the grid for race 3. Gabriel Gomez is then going to be on row 11 for Rodin Motorsport. Kai Darianani next along, has had a few point scores this season. Alexandra Munoz, well, right at the front at Spa was Alexandra, leading us away to take a win. He's going to be down on row 12 this time with Kuko Lee making his debut. Andrea Kostic, Jan Shadowski made his debut here last season and was in the top 10. Miguel Costa and Raheem Alabai, another one of the rookie drivers, down on row 14. Giovanni Maschio, home race, is going to be on row 15. Zakir Al-Maserji has a 5-place grid drop for the incident he had in the final race at Spa. There we go. We can see the drivers getting ready to go for the formation lap. 30 minutes plus 1 lap is the length of this race. Points go to your top 10. It's an F1 point style system. We do carry a point for the fastest lap. 2 points have already been scored by that driver there, Keen Nakamura Berta, for taking pole position. And he does have very good form at this circuit. He's taken 5 wins, 9 podiums, 6 pole positions in 12 races here at Monza. Now 7th pole position at the Temple of Speed. And in the red and white livery, Prema Racing have only been beaten once at this circuit since 2022. Alessandro Giusti beating them for G4 Racing. They've taken 5 wins in a row, and Nakamura Berta, with that 4th pole position, draws level in the record books with the likes of Kimi Antonelli and Hadrian David, who stood on that podium at the 24-hour of Le Mans. Off we go for the formation lap. For new fans, a welcome to you. The championship, which has seen the likes of Isaac Hadjar, who won here back in 2021, go to Formula 1. Kimi Antonelli as well. Gabriel Bortoletto. We've fed some drivers up all the way to the top now. Franco Colapinto, another one to come through this series and go all the way to the top in the Formula 1 World Championship through the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. We have 100 seconds of race mode where they get 15 extra horsepower, which will be activated at the end of lap 1 or at the completion of the first lap of a safety car. They can use that 100 seconds however they like. It's very similar, if you like, to your Indy Next or IndyCar series. Round this circuit, that is going to be very pivotal to have some of that saved towards the end, because you really can use it. We'll see if we can check in with Ian Salvestrin down in pit lane before we go racing. You can see them coming here through Ascari. The key will really be to get a clean start to the race And then it's going to be whether you use that race mode early or whether you save some towards the end of the race. It's going to play a big part in how this race goes. So we have 1 point between the top two in the championship, Al Dahiri and Weldon, and they are next to each other on row 3. Nakamura Berta now just 11 points back after scoring 2 points yesterday, starting from pole position, has a chance to take the lead in the championship in this race. Renaud Francot is 24 back, really needs to move forward to stay within that championship fight. And then a bit of a gap back to Alex Ninovic, 53 for him in 5th. And then we have the top two rookies, Emanuele Olivieri on 40 points, Alexandre Munoz on 37. This is a good chance for Olivieri to extend his lead in the rookie standings over Munoz, who had a disappointing qualifying after that win at Spa, starting down on the inside of row 12. 23rd for him on the grid. 5 different winners in 7 races so far, 11 different drivers to the podium, 4 different pole sitters, but the one who's been there the most is Keen Nakamura Berta, and he said it himself, this is his best circuit to go to. 5 wins, 9 podiums, and now 7 pole positions. But he's got that rookie, Emanuele Olivieri for RHGP, who will be very keen to move forward, and his teammate directly behind, a former teammate, Newman Chi, the Aston Martin Junior, just there, second back to the left of your screen. Almost ready to go here at Monza then. This is round 4, race 1, 30 minutes plus a lap, points to your top 10, 25 to the winner, all the way down to a single point for 10th. You do get an additional point for the fastest lap in the race as well. We await for the green flag at the back of the field. There it comes. Lights will come on. To the left of screen is Emanuele Olivieri. To the right, your pole sitter, Keen Nakamura Berta, and we're off away and racing for the first time here at Monza. One of the Van Amersfoorts did not get away in the background, which I think is Andrea Dupé, but it's Nakamura Berta who's going to lead us down towards the first corner. You can see Salim Hanna trying to go all the way around the outside of the RHGP, and through he goes into second place. Great driving. Oh, but a huge crash at the first corner. We've got 2 of the Rodins off. Van Amersfoort is off as well. One of the Tridents has gone, and ART was wedged in the middle there, and that's a huge crash at the first corner. Yellow flags immediately out. That will lead to a safety car. Could even turn red. We'll have to see what happens, but a big incident at the first corner here. Keen Nakamura Berta has held on to the lead. Salim Hanna in second place, taking that from Olivieri. Oh, and we got another car off in the background there. I think that's an MP car. That has gone off. Alex Abkhazovar, I think that might be. No, it's out. It's Weldon. Sebastian Weldon, second in the championship, who was run wide coming out of the second chicane. Out of the Rogia chicane, they come through the Lesmos now, and now down towards Escari. Yellow flags are still out, but we are still at full racing speed, and now this safety car has come out due to the incident we had at the first corner. Let's hope all drivers involved are okay, but we've got a few cars that have come together at the first corner and to a complete standstill, and with that the safety car has come out on the opening lap of round 4, race 1. There we go. Oh, look at that. We've got the number 4, Reza Sirwerden is off. The number 11 has gone off in that as well. The number 33, Trident, also off in the background. So lots of cars to clear up. So Maximilian Popov, one of the cars that has gone off. There is Reza Sirwerden, who's jumped out of the car. Alex Ninovic is also out as well. You can see his teammate to the left. Let's pick out exactly what happened here. So Andrea Dupé, that looks like, doesn't get going in the background. The rest of the field all get off away down towards the first corner. We had Salim Hanna going round the outside of Emanuele Olivieri. Let's keep an eye on the background. Oh, it's the ART who comes colliding straight into the rest of the field. I think some movement in the braking zone, and that just sent the ART car, wait for it, here it comes, out of control already, and clatters into the side of the likes of Popov there. The 2 Rodins of Sirwerden and also Ninovic as well. This is when Sebastian Weldon ran wide coming out of the Rogia chicane. But we've also got Gicardi was involved in that incident. Francisco Macedo also. So your full list is Reza Sirworthen, Alex Ninovic, Maximilian Popov in the white, red and blue to the left there. Francisco Macedo, you can see it was in the orange and black Van Amersfoort. And then we had Matteo Gicardi in the number 27 as well. Real shame, that was a PB for qualifying, but I believe he was the ART that was possibly wedged in the middle. Yuki Sano also out as well, the number 12. So that's a real shame for Yuki. He was the RACE GP car that is off in that incident. So the safety car out. It looks like all the drivers involved have jumped out. They will be taken to the medical centre just to be checked over. And we do hope we see them all out again in the second race coming out later. A real shame. See the drivers coming through the Roger chicane now. Keen Nakamura Berta made a great start to the race. Salim Hanna likewise going round the outside of Emanuele Olivieri. Just going to confirm it was Andrea Dupé, the number 7 in the black and orange Van Amersfoort. He was starting 6 rows back, so he'll be on pole position for the race later. Good to get a bad start out the way now rather than later, isn't it? But that's dropped him all the way back to 23rd position. Kabir Anurag, who was, I believe, heavily delayed in all of that. We had to see some drivers go wide through the cut-through, and Kabir Anurag has dropped to 24th place as a result of that. So Nakamura Berta, Hanna 1 and 2, Olivieri 3, Newman Chi is 4, Rashid Al-Daheri 5, Alex Abkazavar is 6th place, and Dion Gauda, Thomas Stolchamanis, Gabriel Gomez, Sebastian Weldon still within the top 10. Let's see if we can get down to Ian Salvestrian in the pit lane and have a quick catch up with him to see if he's had a chance to catch up with any of the teams. I'll just wait for confirmation. Ian is ready for us, but we'll see if we can get down to him. Ian will be catching up with some of the teams. So we haven't had race mode activated for us so far. That will be activated at the completion of 1 lap of racing. And this just running down the time. This could be quite a lengthy safety car period. Lots of cars to clear up. Hopefully we can get another look at that incident again, just to see how it all unfolded. But no doubt one that will be looked into post-race, and confirmation from race control that that one will be investigated after the race. It seemed to me that one of the ART cars just came flying in, but had contact in the braking zone beforehand, and was then a bit of a passenger going down towards the first corner. So we'll see if we can get another look at it, but a real shame for all the drivers involved there. That really just looked like an unfortunate incident for many of the drivers caught up there, who were turning their way through the first corner and then found themselves in the pit lane. Now Alexandra Munoz has come into the pit lane as well, so this has been a disappointing start to the race for the ART team. Alexandra Munoz, who I imagine may have been caught up in all of that. I'm just looking out the commentary box window now, and I can see that the team are working on his car from a distance over here. There is a front wing change for Alexandra Munoz, and off he goes now to rejoin the race, using the safety car just to get any work done. Now, thanks to all of you who have joined us so far. Just to give you a brief run through of where we've been so far this season. This is a new format where we have 3 races this weekend. That's due to the fact that we have 8 rounds. So we have less rounds. So in 4 rounds we will have 3 races. Let's go down to the pit lane with Ian.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, Alex Munoz, who took that stunning pole position just a few weeks ago at Spa, has come into the pits and a new front wing. He goes back out, does not go a lap down. Here with Alvaro Martinez of the Prema Racing team. Alvaro, a typical first corner start at Monza. Chaos. How did your cars fare?
So, yeah, it was quite chaotic, but our start was just amazing. We have 3 rockets on track at the moment. We have King keeping the first position, and then Salim overtaking. So it's P2 now, and then Thomas is just crazy. It's from P16 to P8. So let's see how the restart goes. But so far, so good. What can I say?
A good start. Alvaro Martinez, we'll get back to you. We'll let you concentrate on the race. You've avoided the carnage. Best of luck for the rest of the day. Alvaro Martinez, Chris, back to you in commentary.
Thank you, Ian. Yeah, and he's absolutely right. So let's go through then the top 5, roughly where they are. But Apkazavar has made 5. Dion Gauda has also come up a few places in this one as well. Stopchimanis right up there, as he mentioned, from 16 to 8. Gabriel Gomez has gone from 21st to 9th. And then Seb Weldon in 10th. Here's another look at it one more time. Let's watch for the ART. Oh, a little bit, it looked like perhaps coming in a little bit late. Made contact, I think, with Kabir Anurag, or was avoiding that as a result. There we go. Well, yeah, it just looked like a possible loss of control. And Kabir Anurag was the pink Alpine car you can see to the right. We'll let the stewards deal with that one. Meanwhile, let's go back racing, shall we? Here we go then, watching Nakamura Berta coming around the final corner up towards the start-finish line, and we are now back green. 9 minutes that took the safety car. Lots of cars to clear up, but we are back green for round 4, race 1 here at Monza, and under pressure immediately is Salim Hanna. You can see him weaving, trying to break the toe of Olivieri, who's going to go to the right-hand side of screen. Round the outside, trying to put that move back on him. Newman Chi is under pressure, and Newman Chi is going to lose a place to Rashid Aldaheri. Great driving from Aldaheri. You can see in that light blue livery, he's now up to P4. Salim Hanna's had a good exit from the corner, but it looks like Olivieri will have the inside line coming through Curva Grande, and they'll be side by side up towards the Rogier chicane. On the brakes we go, and it looks like Salim Hanna just holding on to that place. Newman Chi round the outside of Rashid Aldaheri. Great move there, but on the exit it looks like Alex Apkazavar in the orange MP is going to take them both, and is now through into P5. Dion Gauda in the Van Amersfoort trying to go up the inside, and is that Aldaheri off the circuit? It is, so Rashid Aldaheri dropping down the top 10 now, and it looks like Apkazavar might be into the top 4. Down towards Ascari they go. Yes, it's Rashid Aldaheri, our championship leader, off in the second Lesmo. Meanwhile, Salim Hanna still defending from Emanuele Olivieri, the rookie leader, doing a great performance. Apkazavar in 4th. Oh, we've got someone else off. I think that's Renaud Francot, who is off almost into another CL Motorsport car. 2 of them off into the gravel through Ascari. And a bit of a messy restart in the middle of the field there, but everyone appears to be circulating now as they come through Parabolica and down the start-finish straight once more. Race mode will be active, remember, so it's who is going to use it first. Is anyone going to save it? I imagine, given how the race has gone so far, many of them will be pushing that button and trying to make some places. Both of them could be doing so here. Hanna and Olivieri down towards the first corner. Olivieri on the outside. Great driving from the rookie. Back into second place he goes. Oh, Newman Chi's gone missing through the first corner there, and is now just run wide on the exit. Dion Gauda to the right of screen there will help himself to 5th place, and almost being pushed along by Sebastian Weldon, who dropped down to 10th place, trying to move forward. As it stands, it looks like he could be going ahead of Aldaheri, but I think Nakamura Berta will be our championship leader by the end of this race, with both Weldon and Aldaheri down. One of the Rodins going a little bit slowly there and making contact with Francot. That looks like on the exit. I think this Gabriel Gomez in the white and black Rodin. That was Francot still in 10th place, but you can see Gomez 9th in the timing tower as it stands. Down towards Ascari we go once more. Hard to keep up with this one, isn't it? Lots of overtaking going on, and that is due to the fact that they have race mode. We've got Nakamura Berta, the Williams driver, out front in a very good position. He can save up that race mode here and wait for the drivers to catch him. Someone's run wide through Ascari, haven't they? Who is that? Have they dropped any places? No, I think they are as they stand. A brush of the gravel it might have been. So Nakamura Berta leading us down to Parabolica. Oh, and that's Weldon making himself nice and big in the mirrors of Dion Gauda. He's in the orange MP. His teammate Apkazavar up ahead looking for another podium, and what a result that would be for him if he could do so. Down the start finish straight we go then. Battle for the last place on the podium. Incoming, Apkazavar. Is he going to send it down the inside? He's thinking about it, isn't he? And Salim Hanna just covering him off for safety. Weldon into P5, doing a good job given where he found himself at one stage. One to watch could be Aldeheri. Oh, someone's gone straight on at the first. Who was that? Is that Aldeheri? No, I think that's one of the G4 cars possibly that has gone wide. Here come the drivers back into pit lane. We'll see if Ian can catch up with any of those guys, but someone running wide. I think it might have been Marcus Sata who went on at the first corner. Now we've got car 24 noted for an unsafe rejoin here, which is Jules Russell. So we'll see if anything comes of that. Appears to be settling down now, doesn't it, within our top 10. And Olivieri, perhaps using race mode, is starting to close down. Nakamura Berta race mode for returning fans is what we now refer to as the push-to-pass system in this championship. Side by side in the background, Thomas Stolchaman is being passed by Aldeheri. He was very good in the opening race at the Red Bull Ring, making lots of places. Okay, what happened here? Oh, well, that's just an avoid of contact, isn't it? I think for Marcus Sata going down towards the first corner. I think it was Andrea Kostic who was ahead of him there and just found himself either going into the back of a driver or wide. So it might sound strange, but a sensible decision made in the end just to go straight on. Looks like Ian is ready for us in pit lane. Race is settling down. Let's check in with him now.
Of the 5 drivers who have retired from the first race, Reza Sawerathan and also Matteo Giacardi. Reza, I'll start with you first. Quite simply, what happened, mate?
Just coming into turn 1, turned in for the corner, went to turn into turn 2, and then just felt quite heavy contact from the rear and the side, and that's it, the race is over. It's always going to be carnage into turn 1, just didn't expect it to be us.
First corner, that's a tough start to the day. We'll see you back for race 2 as we ask Matteo the same question. Simply, what happened?
I think, yeah, just lost the grip on the braking. I think everyone braked a bit late and I overestimated the grip, then lost the grip and, yeah, huge contact, as Reza said. So it's tough here in turn 1, especially here in my first time. But yes, we'll try to recover in race 2 and start from there.
How badly damaged was your car?
Quite badly. I lost the full front wing. Then, of course, the wheel were a bit damaged. So, yeah, I hope the mechanics will fix that for race 2. And yeah.
Matteo Giacardi, best of luck for race 2 this afternoon. 2 of the 5 drivers are going to also tell you that Max Popov, who took that brilliant win 3 weeks ago at Spa, has also made his way back into Parc Fermé, along with Francisco Macedo and the second Rodin Motorsport car. Chris, last year there was discussion in the Euro F4 Championship of possibly bypassing the chicane down into turn 1 from the standing start, way down straight down to Curva Grande. That was discussed last year. It was decided against. Rarely do cars crash in a straight line, but the first corner here at Monza once again has proved to be notorious. Chris?
Thank you. Yeah, very interesting discussion that. And of course we saw a similar incident, didn't we, in the GT World Challenge recently. But battle for third. Let's focus on what we see ahead of us. And it's Alex Apkazavar versus Salim Hanna. Hanna to the inside there, just holding on to a podium place. This would be good for him. He had a really tough race last time out at Spa. But this for him looking better so far. And as we heard from Giacardi, who was that ART car we saw out of control into the first corner on the grass. One of only 2 drivers, I believe, making his debut here this weekend, along with the likes of Rahim Alabai. Very few making their debut, so down on track experience. Did well to qualify as 17th. We'll be hoping for a better run of things next time out. Okay, we're close for the lead now. Olivieri has been taking time out of Nakamura Berta, and the battle is on for the lead now. When is Olivieri going to make his move into Ascari now? And it looks like he's closing in in the slipstream there. And is Olivieri going to be able to pass down to Ascari? No, just applying the pressure though to Nakamura Berta, who has so many wins at this circuit. This is definitely his most successful that he's had over F4 and now Formula Regional as well. 5 wins to his name here so far. Can he make it a 6th? Of course, Olivieri is our rookie leader, but not just driving like a rookie so far, is he? We've seen great performances from rookies throughout this championship, particularly this season. The likes of Munoz doing very well last time out, and Olivieri is driving like someone who could contest for this championship. The 2 MPs side by side. I think Weldon is going to come through this crucial recovery for him in the championship. Aldeheri trying to do the same. He's catching the Aston Martin Junior of Newman G, and he'll be seeing that happen ahead. He'll be seeing Weldon and Apkazavar swapping places, and that for him will give him the hurry up to go past Newman Chi. But Newman Chi staying with these MPs. It's a change for 4th then. Sebastian Weldon up into 4th place, has a 10-point advantage over Nakamura Berta as it stands. Keen Nakamura Berta will be our championship leader going into the 2nd race of the weekend. Through the chicane we go, but Weldon will want to try and get past Salim Hanna. With that, they would be tied on points. It could come down to who takes the fastest lap, which currently stands with Munoz. There's Renault Francot. This has been a superb recovery from him after what was a disappointing qualifying. He started in 18th place, now finds himself up into the top 10. Likewise, Stolchimanis making a lot of places. Gabriel Gomez has come from 21st into 11th, trying to get into the points. He's in the white and black road up in the distance there, fighting away with Renault Francot. Salim Hanna still in 3rd and still within a 2nd of those leaders. You don't need to be within a certain distance to use race mode. You can use it as and when you like and for as long as you like as well. And that looks like what could be possibly happening up in the distance. We've got Kai Darianani under pressure coming down towards the final corner. It's Andrea Kostic here as well, fighting away. That looks like Jules Roussel going round the outside in the number 24, but Kostic holding it on the inside, almost running him to the gravel side by side. Good racing by the pair of them, and up towards the first corner they go, and now they're going to be 3 wide, but 4 wheels off the circuit from the RPM, sensibly rejoining back there, not to make any places. That's Miguel Costa, who's made a ton of places in this one. He started at 27th, he's up to 16th place now. Is the RPM. Whoops, going a little bit wide there, rejoins, and will now have to find a place to slot in. But, oh, we've got someone spun as well. Who is that? That's the number 23 of Rahim Alabai. Debut at this circuit, and Rahim Alabai finds himself facing in the wrong direction. Oh, and contact coming in towards the Rogier chicane there, and that looked like the 2 championship leaders coming together, and Weldon there. Contact with Aldeheri, who spun round at the Rogier chicane. Drama in the first race continues here at Monza, and now one of the G4 cars going off, trying to go round a recovering Rashid Aldeheri. Oh dear, well, we'll have to look back at that one. They were side by side coming into the corner. Weldon, it seemed, on the outside, Aldeheri on the inside, and then Aldeheri now finding himself in the wrong direction, dropping down the field, has dropped down to what seems to be 14th place. All right, let's look back at this then. So Rashid Aldeheri on the outside comes over. Oh, and well, Weldon may argue he just had nowhere to go. Aldeheri was trying to just come across and take as much of a racing line into that corner as possible. Are we all back? I believe so. That has been noted, that incident. No doubt will be looked into after the race. Meanwhile, we're back green at the first corner, which is good to see. And we are as close as we have ever been between our 2 leaders, Nakamura Berta and Olivieri. Salim Hanna in 3rd place, driving very well so far. Just wanted to get on the recovery this weekend. Salim Hanna, another trophy would go down well. He's got Weldon behind him, though, who is desperately chasing to make places. This is just all working so far in the favour of Keen Nakamura Berta. He puts himself on pole position, out the danger zone, And so far, he looks to be on track to taking the full 25 points and the championship lead with it as well. This is certainly his most successful track, and he's continuing that. Prema Racing have only been beaten once since 2022. That was by Alessandro Giusti for G4 Racing in 2023 in the first race. But Prema Racing on for 6 in a row and a 10th win at this circuit since the start of 2019. But RHGP might have something to say about that. They won both races here in 2021 with Isaac Hadjar and Hadri and David. Through Ascari we go, and you can see confirmation that the Turn 4 incident between Weldon and Aldaheri has been noted. It's not over for Rashid Aldaheri, by the way. He's up there in the distance trying to pass the trident of Andrea Kostic right at the top of screen. Has he saved some race mode up here to try and pull himself back towards the top 10 and get a single point at least out of this? That could make all the difference come the end of the season. And speaking of, it looks like Nakamura Berta is now starting to get a little bit nervous about the presence of Emanuele Olivieri, just weaving down the straight, but Olivieri goes to the outside. He's done this move already. Is he going to do it again? Yes, he is. Olivieri to the race lead. What driving from the RHGP rookie, and he leads us now with 6 minutes plus a lap to go. Nakamura Berta in second, and this has made it a four-way fight for the lead. Oh, we've got, is that Aldaheri, I think, has possibly run wide through the first corner. Meanwhile, the RHGP there of Shirovsky trying to make a place, and a dive down the inside from Olivieri. Nakamura Berta using that race mode, I believe, to go back into the lead, and Olivieri now fighting away. It's who's got the most saved. They have 100 seconds when they start the race, and this is the moment in the race where if you've saved some up, it really will work to your advantage. And Nakamura Berta has put himself back into the lead with a few car lengths between himself and Olivieri. Salim Hanna in third, Weldon in fourth, Abkazavar closing in fifth. He's past Newman Chi. Then it's Stolchamanis. Definitely one to watch. The red and white Prema up in the distance there. Thomas Stolchamanis closing in on Newman Chi. That could be a battle for six very soon. Then we have Shirovsky and Franco. We saw those two side by side. Kai Darianani is into the top 10 as well. Very consistent point scorer. He's made 12 places in this race and counting so far. So we got incident noted between Andrea Kostic and Rashid Aldaheri at the first corner, which has been noted. So another one for Aldaheri that he's been involved in there. I think that's the one where we saw Aldaheri running wide and rejoining. Right, into the final 5 minutes of this race. Who is going to make the next move within that top four? Gabriel Gomez gets a place closer to the points, as does Rashid Aldaheri as well. He's closing in on points. He's had one of his most eventful races of his entire single-seater career, I'm sure. But Rashid Aldaheri could still get some points out of this one. 13th place for him. He's got a couple of seconds now to close in on Dion Gauda, Gabriel Gomez. That could happen very quickly if they're all starting to battle. Top four all together in towards the first corner. Emanuele Olivieri, your rookie leader. He's taken 3 rookie wins already. He was on the podium at Zandvoort. All drivers that have stood on the podium, the top 5. Newman Chi winning here in F4, as Ian mentioned, on the grid in P6, and Thomas Stolchamanis in 7th. The Prema team were very happy with what they were seeing from him so far, and that could get better. There's your winners and losers. Look at that. Jan Shirovsky up 18 places in this race so far. He started P26 on the grid. Kai Darianani up 12. Gabriel Gomez up 10. And then Kostic, Miguel Costa, also coming up the field. He started on the penultimate row of the grid, but changes in the podium places look like they could be on here. Sebastian Weldon about to make his move on Salim Hanna. Salim Hanna knows it, and he's going to have to defend down towards Parabolica. Weldon looking to the outside there. Is he going to be able to now get the run down the start-finish straight? It seems Nakamura Berta is just keeping Olivieri at arm's length when necessary, driving a very good race so far, but don't count out the Italian yet. What about Sebastian Weldon? Is now the time to make his move. The door's opened on the inside and Sebastian Weldon is going to try and go through it, but it seems Salim Hanna was able to get on the button there just to stay ahead as they now come through the Rettifilo chicane. 2.5 minutes remaining in this race. Who is going to take the win? 3 drivers here fighting for the last 2 spots on the podium, which 2 of them will stand on it. Abkazavar just in the distance will say he could have a say in this one. Then it's Newman Chi, then it's Stolchimanis, Shadowski. The hard charger, P8 for him, Frankod 9th, Kai Darianani in P10 so far. Through Lesmo 1 in towards Lesmo 2. Our drivers now just saving themselves for this final lap, I wonder. Nakamura Berta seems to just have enough here to hold off Olivieri when necessary. It's now a very tactical championship, this one, with this new race mode system. You've got to be sensible when to use it, and if you have the possibility of saving some seconds, then this is the time of the race where it comes in very handy. But Olivieri is right there. He's kept constant pressure on Nakamura Berta wants to get his first win in this championship. He's your rookie leader, but we saw Isaac Hajar win here as a rookie back in 2021 for the same team. Are we going to see a repeat of that now with Emanuele Olivieri? Down towards the first corner we go, and he will be doing everything he can to get past Nakamura Berta. Salim Hanna 3rd, Weldon 4th, Abkazavar 5th. They're all right together. The lead train is extending. Mora joining. Newman Chi is there. Stolchimanis is there as well. Leading the next group is Jan Shadowski in the number 8. 2 to go now in this one. We will be on to the last lap next time. Nakamura Berta just keeping half a second over Olivieri. Salim Hanna next is Weldon, just waiting for the final lap to make his move. Is Salim Hanna doing the same? Lots of things to consider still in this one. You feel this is all going to kick off on the final lap of the race. Newman Chi right there as well has just been closing in the gap to Abkazavar, who once had a bit of a distance over him, and Stolchimanis there or thereabouts, ready to get involved if it all starts to kick off ahead. Time will be out in 5 seconds. Last lap will be the next one. And it looks like Raheem Alabai, who we saw facing the wrong way down at the first corner, has made his way back into the pit lane. Shame for him. Second race to come later, of course, where the top 12 reverse. Now Descari. We wait for the last lap next time, and it looks like Weldon's going for it here. He had a really good run through Ascari. Salim Hanna knows it, just weaving there. Now has the toe of Olivieri, but Weldon, is this the time he makes his move? They're almost side by side again for the second time in this race, coming through Parabolica. There will no doubt be attempts down there if they are able to on the final lap. 1 to go. Last lap board goes out for the drivers. Salim Hanna now under huge amounts of pressure from Sebastian Weldon, who looks to the outside. He'll have the toe of Emanuele Olivieri down towards the Rettifilo chicane. Side by side we go, and Weldon there having to go across the escape, almost rejoining into the path of Salim Hanna. Oh, Newman Chi has gone wide up in the background as well. Now Sebastian Weldon just allowing Salim Hanna to come through, and this is where Abkazavar could make his move. He's side by side with his teammate coming through Curva Grande. Down towards the Rogia chicane we go. Is this going to be a move for Abkazavar? It is. He's up to P4. He's staring at another podium. He was on there at Spa. Will he get back there again? Oh, contact almost between the pair. It looks like Abkazavar there just sent slightly in the wrong direction by Weldon, who I think just did not see how much he was going to catch Abkazavar, but still both going, still both with a chance of a podium. It's not done yet. Olivieri trying everything he can to go with Nakamura Berta. It's not over for the lead yet as well. down towards Ascari for the final time, and Salim Hanna now having to weave just to try and hold off Apkazavar. Has he timed this race to perfection? Alex Apkazavar, could he now go and take a podium down towards the final corner? He's got to worry about his teammate as well, Newman Chi, right there. They're all weaving to try and break the slipstream down towards Parabolica. It looks like Weldon has the run on his teammate. They're going to be side by side into the final corner. The two orange MPs who will emerge ahead. Out front, though, it'll be a return to the top step of the podium and the championship lead for Key Nakamura Berta, who takes the checker flag ahead of rookie winner Emanuele Olivieri. Salim Hanna holds on to third, and Alex Apkazavar holding on to fourth ahead of Weldon. Newman Chi in P6. Thomas Stolchamanis finishes in seventh. Jan Sharovsky coming up from 26th position to take 8th place. Renaud Francot taking 2 points there in 9th place. A return to the points for him, and a much needed one as well. Gabriel Gomez in 10th place. Kai Darianani just misses out on the points. Rashid Al-Daheri out the points for the first time this season. He was the only driver to score in every single race coming into this one. But now, Rashid Al-Daheri down in P12. Of course, that incident he had down here with Weldon will be investigated after the race, as will the first corner incident as well. But nothing to investigate here. Key Nakamura Berta, fastest in qualifying, fastest in the race. A very controlled drive by the Williams Junior there, and that'll be enough to put him all the way to the top in the standings. Let's look back at what happened here then. This was Salim Hanna having to defend on the exit then. It looks like that's Weldon trying to get past Apkazavar, makes contact, and I've got to say the pair are lucky there that they both found themselves facing in a straight line afterwards. I'm sure the MP team would have been very nervous watching that one when that happened. And they were 3 wide coming over the line as well. Weldon, Apkazavar, there was absolutely nothing between them. It went down to hundredths, if not thousandths, and Newman Chi was only 1/10 of a second back. Well, it was hard to keep up with, wasn't it? Plenty going on, an eventful race, I think as expected here at Monza, but Key Nakamura Berta controlled things out front. Great drive from Emanuele Olivieri, the best of the rest, and a rookie win for him. Salim Hanna takes another podium, a return to it after Zandvoort in third. Sebastian Weldon in P4. Alex Apkazavar showing great pace again. Newman Chi was next along. Then Stolchamanis, Shirovsky, Francot, Gomez, your point scorers. Some big movers there. Darianani, Al-Daheri out the points for the first time. Then Kostic in 13th. Munoz, Costa, Sata, Roussel, Gauda, Lee and Dupé. There were lots of big movers there in that one. Andrea Kostic went from 25th up to 13th. Hello. Hello, guys. To people in the crowd, hope you enjoyed that one. Kabir Anurag, 21st. Giovanni Maschio in 22nd. Sakir Al-Maserji came from 30th to 23rd. Then Alibi. Here were your retirees, and they pretty much all came from the first corner. Ninovic, Siwerthen, Popov, Macedo, Sano and Gicardi. Nakamura Berta now leads the championship by a single point over Sebastian Weldon. Then Rashid Al-Daheri in third place. Still 2 races to go though. Lower point score in the next one, but we do then have the full point score for the third race tomorrow. That's now 6 wins, 10 podiums and 7 pole positions at Monza for Keen Nakamura Berta. His second win of the season. What a drive from the Williams Academy member. And Prima Racing continue their unbeaten run on home soil here at Monza. 6 wins in a row for them now. And Key Nakamura Berta driving like a championship leader in that one. Well, you can see how much that means to him. He's had a bit of a tough run at times over the last couple of rounds, but Key Nakamura Berta showing why he has already won 3 championships in a row in the likes of Italian F4, E4, and also the Formula Regional Middle East as well. He's looking like one to watch. He's looking like one that's going to appear in the F1 paddock very, very soon, and with a lot of eyes on him as well. Really nice drive from Key Nakamura Berta. Salim Hanna in third place. I think he'll be happy with that. That's good points and another trophy as well. And Emanuele Olivieri should be very, very happy with a rookie win in second. It was hard to remember he was a rookie during that time. Salim Hanna third, had to hold off the two Orange MP cars in the background there. Hazavar and Weldon did very well to do so. How about this? Emanuele Olivieri on home soil, P2 for him. Great drive for RAce GP. But Key Nakamura Berta, your winner, championship leader, and he's with Ian.
Ken Nakamura Bertha, great start to the weekend. Race win and back in the championship lead. How was that?
Yeah, you know, it was. It's great to bounce back on top. Been quick from the start, and you know, bit of a shaky moments throughout the championship so far, but we bounced back well. Team have been doing an incredible job, and I'm just happy they're rewarded for that. Really, you know, 2 cars on the top 3. It's really, really good for the team's championship, and of course, P1 for me. But you know, the championship stuff is at the end of the year. You know, it's just go out every race, enjoy it, do my best. Really, you know, it's so hot in there. So yeah, really happy. I really wanted to be back on the top step for a while, considering the performance was always there. Just things sort of limited us from executing perfectly well. So you know, really happy. Big thanks to Prema, and yeah, we've got a sprint race later today. Try to keep our nose clean and yeah, see if we can grab a few points.
Congratulations, Ken Nakamura Bertha. We'll let you get up to that very famous podium here at Monza. The Japanese driver takes the race win. We'll see if he can repeat in race 2 this afternoon.
Thank you, Ian. Great to hear from Key Nakamura Berta. He wasn't lying. 32 air temperature, 46 track. Here's where it all started then. Andrea Dupé stalled off the line, but this was the incident that happened a little bit further back. Gicardi, it seemed, just losing control into the first corner, and there you can see what happened afterwards. The 2 Rodins out, Van Amersfoort out as well, Yuki Sano also out. A real shame. But when we got going, after 9 minutes safety car, Emanuele Olivieri going straight into second place, and the drama would continue throughout the race. This is where the 2 championship leaders come together in towards the Roggia chicane. Similar to the first incident, one that will be looked into after the race. Fight for the lead. Olivieri went round the outside, and Nakamura Berta almost said, "Through you go, I'll go straight back through." And that's exactly what he'd do at the next corner, returning the favour on the Italian driver. Sensible driving from him, a controlled race, and back on the top step of the podium after what's been a bit of a difficult couple of rounds, but as he said, a sensible drive and big points on the board, which now puts him into the championship lead by a single point over Sebastian Weldon. And his winning streak at Monza continues as it does for Prema as well. Third in the team's championship coming into this weekend. That will no doubt elevate them up the standings. It's a great podium, this one. Nice walk out onto the podium. One of the ones which I think is on the bucket list for all the drivers, similar to your podium at Le Mans. It's an absolutely superb view out there. I've been fortunate enough to go out there myself. Whether I was let out or just walked out is up for debate, but it's, I've got to say, a very nice view. Lots of support around the paddock for the drivers, particularly the Formula Regional European Championship drivers today. They're going to be out again for their reverse grid race at 4:30. So, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, it's pretty similar to Formula 3. Top 12 reverse, 10 points to your winner, down to 1 point for 10th place. And as Key Nakamura Berta said, for championship leaders like him, it's just a race where you want to keep it clean, maybe get some points, but a great chance for those who are going to be on the front row at Kazavar and Dupé to go and get a first win of the season. Well, let's get them out onto the podium. Salim Hanna, a return to the podium for him. He was up there at Zandvoort. Emanuele Olivieri in second. Key Nakamura Berta, P1, you can see him there on the top step. Here comes Salim Hanna now, and Pablo Montoya would have been happy with what he saw in that one with him this weekend. And Prema Racing, they're used to standing up there now. Huge congratulations to them. Here's your anthem. Congratulations, Keen Nakamura Berta taking the win and the championship lead. His second win of the season. Well done to him. And that's a very controlled performance. And you can already see why he's won 3 championships. Not really thinking about the championship too much at this stage. It's just race by race. And then we'll worry about that come the end of the season. Just got to get yourself in there. This driver extends his lead in the rookie standings in quite significantly as well. We've had some great rookie champions over the year. Leo Fornaroli, who was mentioned. Also Isaac Hadjar as well, amongst many others. Olivieri could join a very good club, winning that rookie championship. Salim Hanna, P3, had to work very, very hard for that. I think his win will come eventually this season. And Prema winning the team's championship. Join us 4:30. We will be back for the second race. For now, from Monza, it's goodbye.